Struggled at the start, starting to show up here at the end. But speaking of the end, dude, this is it. This is the last match here of day number 1, final week of the Pmgc League play, and we're dropping into Miramar.
Yes, and then tomorrow, each group will have 4 games to play to make sure that they're top 16.
Just struggled at the start, starting to show up here at the end. But speaking of the end, dude, this is it. This is the last match here of day number 1, final week of the Pmgc League play, and we're dropping into Miramar.
Yes, and then tomorrow, each group will have 4 games to play to make sure that they're top 16 to perform in the last and final super weekend of Pmgc. So a lot is on the line for a lot of teams looking to make this their 4th super weekend, looking to make this their 2nd or even their 1st super weekend. So let's see, Elitist United will be one of the first teams to drop on out of the cargo hold door. DRS right behind them, and then Blue Bees coming in hot as well, Hot Juice.
Yeah, the only issue though is that tomorrow, 4 games, it's not a lot. That is not a lot of opportunity to be able to put up major points. At the same time though, all it takes is, 1 or 2 good games. And if you're able to get some major points on those, that could be the ticket. That could make all the difference right here. So for every single team that is in this lobby, it's critical, and especially critical. I'm looking at you, Execute. I'm looking at DRS. I'm looking at Elitist United. I mean, all the squads that are currently on the bottom. Another one too, A1. They got to put up some big points here as well if they want to feel good going in tomorrow. Don't want to play from behind.
Yeah, they can't afford to. In last game, we saw them very early on. I believe they were the first team to get taken out because of, contesting other squads for their backup drop locations. This time around, you need to make sure that is not going to be the case. We need to stay far away from other teams, and let's get that loot. Let's get some guns and some armor before taking some battles. I mean, come on, guys. So, looking on around, Footballers right smack in the middle, Power Grid. RQ, Monte Nuevo. We got Godsent, Elitist United, and DRS all the way down there in the south. Looks like they might be fighting over the spoils of war of Los Leones. And Jukes, you just talked about Execute. Execute. Kill switch already down.
Kill switch down, and that is like one of their biggest fraggers. I mean, he was the MVP in PMCO, and for him to go down early, that is not at all what this Execute team wanted. You can see Zute with the SKS really low on loot, and look how separated they are. I mean, there's just 0 chance in heck that they're going to be able to save Kill switch here.
Kill switch probably going to bleed on out. Tixie looking like they're looking to confirm these tasty snacks out here with that SKS just pushing. Fanboy Zute, they're going to be using this moment to pull on off. And looking at the mini-map in the top right-hand corner, you can see they got a little 2-1 split going right now with Navi right in the middle. Navi definitely playing a little more closer. It's Fate trying to pull up. Might be able to get the pickup onto Kill switch, but was spotted in that vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, the chance of that would be just ridiculous. It's super risky for them to try to lose another player, get Kill switch here. Yeah, Old Boy's going to go and get this confirmed with a run over. That'll shut down that idea real quick. And I think that is actually a plus, because if Navi would have done a better job at baiting this out, they could have probably been able to confirm its fate as well.
A plus for Execute as far as not getting baited out.
Yeah, I mean, because they already lost 1, but you're just
lost 2.
Zute in trying to get a vehicle across the road. I mean,
oh boy, double or nothing, run over.
Shut him down.
Oh boy, boom.
Oh, flat. Hit him with the tire, but Zute, right, very resilient. Gonna last a little longer. Can he handle it for a second time? Not gonna be able to.
So the one counter, at least when we look at Old Boy to this game, Execute, hopefully you got those spike traps. You got to set those spike traps to make sure Old Boy doesn't come run you over. And here comes Navi. They're looking to finish what they started. Fanboys in the corner, in the first story right now, just trying not to make a sound. And the thing is with Navi, they know that there's at least another enemy. It's Fate up there in the high ground. So I'm curious, will they decide to sniff out Fanboys right here? Or will they just be like, okay, we know for a fact there's someone up there, and turn their attention to its Fate?
Yeah, it's possible. Definitely possible right now. As you look at this replay, Old Boy getting these 2 big run overs right there, and just showing that the currently executes Kryptonite is Buggies. Buggies, you know, taking out half their team just like that. Now, Na'Vi could
50%, 50% run over ratio for Old Boy. Yeah.
Yep. 100%. Well, he missed
There's
one.
still 2. Oh, okay.
True.
So 75% run over accuracy. How about that?
Accuracy. That is correct. Yeah, but that Buggy, I mean, damn deadly. I mean, I think that you'll have M4s with less accuracy than Old Boy with this Buggy starting off this match. You know, the big thing, though, is it's still pretty early. They're in circle, so Na'Vi could, you know, potentially hunt this squad down to get those extra points if they want to. If they were out of zone, I think that, you know, looting up and heading for position would be stronger. But considering where they're at, I mean, they can pretty much have their run of the mill. Not to mention, we were talking about it, right? Top 16 is all that matters. Na'Vi started today strong. So they're in 8th place overall, about 20 points away from that the John Allen gap, we'll call it for now. So they could play a little bit looser. They can have a little bit more fun with it if they want. Team Secret, though, Blue Bees, Power 888, Zeus, Execute, Airwolf, Max, they can't. Look at them. We just talked about it. Power 888. They cannot afford this. They're in last place with only 4 points today. They got to put some points on the board, and they're going against Loops.
2 stops. Okay, recognizing the 200 IQ vault from Federal. That one grenade will be taking down 1, so it's a 3v3.
Clean nade right there. He's gonna
Actually, it's not a 3v3 because Golden's not with him.
They're completely separated. It's just Carrillo right now trying to hold that angle, and just Power 888 executed that beautifully. Exactly the way they should. Used each other, to get that intel. And, there's no way they're fighting this. Maybe trying to catch him slipping?
They're fighting it. They're fighting it.
Nah.
Take the shots. Take the shots. You know you want to take the shots. Come on, they just killed 2 of your squad mates, Loops. You're going to let Power 888 do that to you?
Well, as a matter of fact, though, here's the thing, though. I think that if there's a super weekend, they wouldn't. The issue is, though, this is league play. They're sitting pretty good in 7th, and they know that Power 888 is at the bottom of the leaderboards. If they could take out 1 member or 2 members and die, that could just ruin Power 888's chances of making it into Super Weekend.
If they could take out the whole team. I mean, Power 888, they currently have only 4 points, so this is Loops.
Great knock.
The heads-up push right now, trying to make sure to gatekeep teams on the overall leaderboards.
And the big thing is...
one knock. Are they going to press the situation? Are they wrapping around? What's the big thing?
I would send it because the big thing is, Dave, on the overall points for the Super Weekend, Power 888 is in 7th. Loops is in 6th. They are right next to each other on the Super Weekend points. So
they can take them out.
If Loops can take out Power 888, that's an extra placement point that they do not have to worry about. And the amount of prize pool money that is for every single placement above 6th place is ridiculous. So they definitely want to be able to snake a couple of points away from Power 888 right now if they can.
Yeah, I mean, that right there, definitely a lot bigger of a picture, right, that we're trying to paint and tell the story of compared to what we're actually watching on our screens. But you never know. I mean, teams, they have these game plans, and they come into these maps, and I know for a fact, I've been told by players before, like, yeah, we're gonna make sure to, you know, take a fight with this team, take them out so that they don't play in the Super Weekend. Like, that is something that is overlooked a lot of times, because I feel like just the overall bigger picture, strategic gunfights amongst certain squads, because, you know, this is the 4th week, right? And teams, they tend to develop habits on where they like to rotate, which side of the map they like to play from. Heck, I mean, even drop spots. I mean, you could ask any player, they'll be like, yep, they drop there, this team drops here. So really, these teams, they have the information. It's just a matter of time before they act on that information to potentially, like we're talking about, make sure one of their opponents don't make it into the final Super Weekend.
I mean, it's just another layer added to the amount of strategy needed to play at this high level. And you look right now, Loops, what matters here in the league play is just top 16. So if you're in the top 3, who cares? Like, you're sitting pretty. You can have your fun of what you want to do. Loops, they're in 7th with some pretty solid points. So they could decide just to full send it, take out 2 members of Power 888 to cripple them. And if they die, who cares? They have enough points tomorrow to almost guarantee them into top 16. So if they do that, Power 888 with only 4 points, that is going to be hard to come from behind tomorrow.
For sure. I mean, 4 more games to go, not counting this one. 5 games in total. for some of these teams. And looks like Loops, they pushed off, though. They ended up pushing off at the end of the day. So Power Triple might have caught a lucky break for the time being. Bigatron, all these teams looking at the zone. We did have a shift. And Leaders United, they're always on the edge of these zones. But somehow, they still can't make it to that top 5 easily. They always get gate kept out. Maybe they play a little too slow. We got Power Grid, we got Footballers. They're moving on foot. Looks like they might be trying to wrap around Bigatron. And then Blue Bees just a little west of Picado. Meanwhile, A1 also getting involved.
See right now, Luxy trying to put some shots on the Footballers, does get tapped. And Bigatron are so good. The second they even get one bullet on them, instantly hitting the shimmies and moving away. He's got that Car 98 8X though. That's one way to play it. And he did get tapped. Ooh, look at those nice peaks right there. Quick shots from Soul K.
Quick.
And just
down
some of the armor. He's tapping them. Look at that. He's hit almost every single one. Soul K's nuts.
Wow.
It's
yeah,
insane.
that is. And remember, we're playing on a phone, right? Like we're gaming. We're gaming
Crazy.
on phones. So to hit those peaks right there and connect those shots, that is some raw skill right there. And it looks like Footballers, we've seen this same zone. Oh, we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that because RRQ and Archer.
Yeah, starting to get the press right now. RRQ has a knock onto one of the members from Archer Gaming. Here comes Soon. I think they're going to try, and it looks like they're just trying to dip from this one. Yeah, they're going to just make the sacrifice from Unsu, and RRQ are just going to be able to take this point.
Sacrificing one to the gods of RRQ. Real quick. Oh, can you get on over the hill? I think so. Real quick, back to the Footballers position. Oh, my goodness. I'll have to get back to that.
You gotta get back to that. Where is the last game, baby? The action is here, and A1 are starting to put the hurt on the Bigatron. They definitely have a superior position, and not to mention a numbers advantage after getting 2 solid knocks. If I were them, they got to press this even harder. Just get this finish right now. They need all the points they can get, but don't get too cocky because it is Bigatron. We know what they can do with only one member remaining. And it's not to mention, it's the 2 brothers, Dave. Luxy and Zuxy.
That is true, but A1, they have the numbers advantage. They lost 2 members in the process trying to make this pull up the hill. Luxy now going to be pulling on off. Okay, real quick. Footballers, their position, that is the same position that Alpha 7 won a game from. That's all I want to say.
If the circle goes to them, I mean, that'll be huge. But right now, this battle is what's really important. If A1 can be able to get the flush on the Bigatron, this will be huge for their points total because they're sitting in 16th. They need some more to feel good about going into tomorrow. Duxy, though, is going to catch RX Jax on the rotation. But now he's going to give that intel to his brother as he knows that, yeah, that off angle is going to come hurting. And now it's just up to the last remaining member of Bigatron, Zuxy. And you can just see gun off. Head for the hills, baby. We're out of here.
Yeah, really respect the attempt from Jax to try to catch that off angle and really apply some pressure to Bigatron. And they definitely did. They definitely did apply the pressure considering that there's only one more member left for Bigatron. But the next zone does go on up and it looks like Zuxy going to be catching a break right there. Just find a compound, try to survive. Godsent over here on the edge of the south, trying to take some shots. Victor and Roll Kiss making the press and very good, making sure to get that very quick confirm. Oh, but was it worth it? I think not, as Roll Kiss saying, hello, I'm right behind you. Check your P's and Q's, and there goes Navy.
Yeah, not sure if that was an accidental wall jump or purposeful, because if that is purposeful, you just can't do that. Not here at this level. That animation, you're going to get caught every single time. And they're going to lose that member. They're going to push away from this, so that's going to give Godsent the opening to start moving into this next zone. And speaking of zones, Dave, it looks like we have a nice southeastern shift here.
Let's talk about it. Execute. It's Fate. Fanboy still alive, actually in the blue zone. But it's going to be big. I mean, it's big to mention because I thought for sure Na'Vi would hunt them down and take them out very early on. And talk about Na'Vi, they're rotating on that western side of the blue zone past Monte Nuevo. They might run into Godsent here very shortly. And checking on in, Blue Bees, very strong position right in the middle of the zone practically.
That's right. They're in Sin City, baby. Pecado. They are holding this down, this 5-stack, really, really well. And we could see a Pecado finish right here. That would be huge. Love to see that. Blue Beast. This is a squad from Japan that has just honestly impressed me so much. Their play style, the aggression. I love the way this squad plays. It's just the inconsistency. You know, I don't think they've been able to hit that stride on a basis to constantly put them in contention for top 16. So right now, they're in 23rd with only 8 points. So they got to make sure that they play this one really smart, no mistakes.
Yeah, that is true, and we see them bringing in Divine this week, Divine last week, taking the time to practice on the mobile device because in the Japan League, they use strictly tablets. So making that quick change to tablet to phone might have been a factor. RRQ have a nice little solid position right here on the west side. Archer Gaming still just a little to the south of them. And as we see the map, Na'Vi going to be playing that edge. Godsent now finally making their approach.
Yeah, here we go. We're starting to get into the end game here of the final match. Na'Vi going to be holding this spot. They need to still get into the circle, so they're just trying to play this really carefully. Matic with the buggy. Looks like he's just trying to either tell his team where here's some shots and try to find out a way to crash this. He may be sending it as the lead, though. Got to be really careful here on this rotation.
Yeah, I feel like Matic is definitely scouting, but you might want to, get out your vehicle, use your scope to really, pinpoint exactly where you think is safe right now. Is Craig going to be all the way out there in the distance? The next zone does go on up. Arrow Whoop, DRS, Nova, the only teams this zone will favor. All the teams that thought Sin City Picado was the play, they need to push right now.
Yep, plans have changed. Matic realizes it, but he's going to be driving right past Elitist United. Are they paying attention, though, enough to hit these shots? Looks like they aren't going to be on that point enough. Matic's going to survive, and now Na'Vi, they are going to have to finish off Elitist United right now, and they have to do it quick.
Elitist United telling Na'Vi that they have to pay the toll to ride this road. Tixie providing the support to Matic in this hot dog building. A little 2-2 fight happening right there. Old Boy in the backlines. One spotted EQ in a 1v1 with Cray. Cray just popping off right there. That's going to apply pressure on the side of Na'Vi.
Now Na'Vi's hurt. I mean, they're already down 2 members. It was even fight, even though an Old Boy got knocked. But Cray is just holding that side of this complex so well, as the rest of their team look to possibly get a reset here, wait for their remaining member to do a 3v2 push. Matic trying to catch him, slipping with a nade, and does. Gets a really solid grenade there onto Berna and hurt 47 pretty damn well. Here comes the follow-up, though. You always got to throw that follow-up nade to try to get that confirmed. If this one catches, it'll be huge.
Old Boy is bleeding on out right behind him. It looks like they're going to try to pull back and make sure to get that confirmed, as I saw Cray pulling back just a little bit. Tixie up there on the high ground overlooking this one. Tixie, it looks like making the call. Okay, not worth the fight. Here comes the blue zone. Matic, good luck, soldier. This is up to you.
I don't like this. I would rather see Tixie and Matic just decide to do it as a team. Like, hey, do we want to eject together or send it together? But instead, leaving Matic there by them lonesome, and Tixie's going to try to head into the zone. Power 888. Yo, dude, they're in 24th with 4 points, and they got knocked out in 15th place. Power 888's going to have to pop off tomorrow if they want to.
Pressure.
Otherwise, they're going to lose a ton of money. Ton of money in the trash.
Ton of money. Maybe even that top 16, depending on how things play out. Blue Beast still with 4 up, working together as a unit, moving together. I really like this. A1 currently pinned down, trying to survive, as I believe Blue Beast were able to at least connect onto 1. Team Secret, Execute, and of course, Bigatron. All these teams will be slowly pushing on into this general area. Blue Bees, they have a nice opportunity to rack up some nice kill points right now.
Yeah, Blue Bees are holding down Motel right now. Then you can see they're split up, just trying to cover as much real estate as possible. A1 is still in this, rocking a duo. A lot of teams remaining. The big squads, though, that we need to really keep a close eye on, like we mentioned, it's going to be Execute, it's going to be Blue Bees, it's going to be Footballist as well. Footballist is in some trouble right now, and it looks like it's just Lutz. Oh, these are some crazy shots. I don't really like this. Yeah, from the blue, there's just no point to just giving away your position.
Too crazy. Because I think RRQ, they might have been looking this area, but with Cray right underneath them, we saw them taking some shots onto Elitist United, trying to make their approach into the zone. Very risky shots to be taken out there from the blue, and yeah, gonna be paying the price, trying to heal on up, trying to run. The next zone does go on up. Blue Bees, all those teams in Picado, they're gonna be right there on the edge. And of course, Nova, the only compound, you can have it.
They're sitting pretty right now. Execute, though, was finished in 14th. So that squad, as well as Power 888, have to pop off tomorrow. Otherwise,
Jimmy!
life, yeah. Jimmy getting some good shots onto D2E as the rest of RRQ are on top of this hill. And it looks like they're opting to just go for some kills right now and dominate this position. At the end of the day, they have enough points. They can do whatever they want. All they're trying to do is just crush the dreams of the rest of these squads. Struggling.
You know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen in the chat. It's Papa Blue time. Usually we see it on Sanok, but it will be coming on into this late game onto Miramar. RRQ, they have the high ground, but now they needed to push on out. Cray trying to take some shots onto RRQ from behind.
Yeah, trying to put some of that pressure more, but I'm not surprised that RRQ decided to hold that for so long. I'm starting to think now if they just wanted to take out Footballists, knowing that they're in contention for not making it into the Super Weekend, and they did get their job done. So if that was their strat, they executed it. We'll see what their plan is going for the rest of the match as they're just trying to push up little by little with Archer right next to them.
Like we mentioned, RQ, they punched that ticket of the John's predicted bubble of 52. They had 56 coming on in this game. Archer, though, on to Godsent.
Yeah, but I mean, they're just getting caught out. You cannot hold one in the back. He cannot hold it against a full squad. He's going to get dominated every single time. And now you just lost a member basically for free. And now Archer's just trying to figure out what to do here as RRQ is putting on the pressure. And so is Nova. Yeah, all eyes are on Archer right now.
RRQ, they do have this little ravine on the street to kind of work with to at least avoid some sightlines from Nova, but Archer, they can't say the same thing. Neither can Godsend. They are right in the open, exposed on top of the hill. Nova currently with 4 kills, make that 5.
Yeah, Sug had a great angle on the RRQ, but Nova had a better one right back onto him and was able to finish him out. Godsend, though, it's their turn to crest this hill. Nova's going to have eyes on them, though, but will they get distracted by RRQ? Victor is going to try to open things up with a nade and just trying to really slowly get into the edge of this circle. And yeah, there comes Nova. Jimmy, all eyes on Godsent right now from the side of Nova. I mean, it's just a shooting range for these guys.
Yeah, so Godsent, they should have learned, at least from the mistakes of Archer right in front of them. Like Archer, they peeked on over the hill, they were immediately taken out. Godsent, if they had any type of smokes, that was the time to use those smokes to block those sidelines to at least make it on into play zone. But honestly, Nova up here on their roofs, on their high ground perch. Really, it's up to Airwolf to knock them down a peg. Will they do so?
Here we go. We're starting to get ahead into the game here as it's about to finish up. Blue Bees are holding down the motel. The circle just shifted off of them. They are going to get the finish onto Dante, and that is exactly what they needed. They wanted to take out that side so they could start moving into this next zone. But man, on top of the hill, so many teams just looking on down to Blue Bees.
Blue Bees, they do have a vehicle to work with, but I think it's going to be useless as we see Divine going to be the first player to pop on in. DRS, they are just waiting. They're just waiting for Blue Bees to push on out of that motel location. Airwolf chilling, not moving a muscle. Nova still on the roofs right smack in the middle of the zone.
Every single squad right now, they see Blue Bees as free points. RQ sees that, DRS, Nova as well. So they're going to have a tough time trying to make it in. Here comes the smoke wall. You're trying to throw it up with a truck, but Beer 11 has got the eyesight. So does DRS. That shot from the side, though, is going to buy some time for Blue Bees. But, man, these guys, they got a heck of a job in front of them.
Yes, they do. 5 kills so far. They got the whole team alive. They are using everything in their arsenal to make sure to even have the opportunity to push on into the play zone. And Nova onto RRQ. That might loosen the grasp of the blue zone onto the Blue Bees.
That was so huge. That was such a huge finish right there, and that eliminated RRQ from the game with that vehicle explosion from Nova. So that's going to open up that side a lot, and Blue Bees just doing everything they can to keep their tournament hopes alive here. 1 day left tomorrow, but right now, 8 points going into this match. They need every single one they can get. Blow up, though, is going to knock down Reiji OCO, and they are holding the edge of this hill, but the zone, Dave, it's crashing on them right now.
I want to see Airwolf. I want to see them push or at least get a little aggressive onto Nova, because Nova, they are focused on the Blue Bees right now. Everybody's focused on the Blue Bees. Let's be real. DRS now forced to make the push just a little bit. Lufa, a huge knock on to Order 6.
Massive knock right there, and they are doing everything they can to survive. Divine does get knocked by Paraboy, though, with that M16 single tapping away. And the blue zone, though, Papa Blue, not in the favor of Bluebees. It looks like Lufa, though, was able to get up high enough to use that hill as cover, and he's just going to snake his way on through. It's all up to Lufa right now, just to try and get
Might be able to get Divine up. Might be able to get Divine up because those shots onto Order, that allowed the push to even be successful. Smart smokes right now from Paraboy, trying to make sure to block those sightlines from DRS.
They're just trying to get as many points as they can. They've already got 9 kills so far from Nova. They did catch Ido-chan there, but they did end up getting Lufa in the end as well. So there goes Bluebees. They're going to be out in 4th place. Area 1 was taken out as well, so it's just DRS, Nova, and Aerowolf Limax to finish off this match. And all of them rocking full squads.
Look at this terrain. Paraboy 6 kills, Order 1 kill, Jimmy 4 kills. I mean, the team has 11 altogether. Nima trying to toss out these smokes, trying to press on into the play zone. Order 6 popped on out of the compound, looking for that off angle. We'll be finding that off angle. Mafia Ninja done.
Nova just putting so much pressure onto DRS. Even though they do not have the high ground, they got those angles, and they're able to put so much damage. It looks like they're handing all the heals off to Nima to allow him to do a heal strap, but Nova, they've already racked up 14 kills. And now they got to worry about Aerowolf Limax. They're split, though, in a 2v2, while Arrow still got their whole squad grouped up.
Yeah, I mean, I was questioning the lack of aggression from Aerowolf, but honestly, it looks like it paid off because they're the only team with a very strong position right now, and 4 up.
Here's the problem, though. Aerowolf, they're in 20th place with 12 points, and they need to get into top 16. So I'm not shocked at all to see this strategy of just, hey, let's get some placement. And with this, they've secured at least 2nd place. That's going to be some good points, but they need to add these kill points. They need those 4 points. Every single one matters, especially when you're at the bottom of the leaderboard. So we'll see how they have to finish it off. That Placid playstyle, though, 0 kills, but still. Got that 2nd place. Can they get the dinner, though?
They have a buggy to work with, and we see the bait crate up there on the roofs. Just unlucky. Arrow going to be up here using this hill as long as possible. Potato, we've seen him in the past with the golden arm, able to get, I believe, a squad wipe with the grenade. But Paraboy waiting, lying in wait onto Hazelnuts. Will be connecting onto 1. Making it almost 2.
Oh my goodness.
Making it 2.
Golden arm. We got the 3. Oh, baby, a triple. And that's the squad wipe right there from Nova X.